Hello, this is Dustin with Home Mender, and today we're talking circular saws. The power to create and destroy. I'm going to show you how to use it. Let's get to it. So this is a circular saw, also known as a skill saw, but a skill saw is a brand name. You can see the little thumb safety switch up here. You're going to need to flip that to pull the trigger and make the cut. You can see when I pull the guard back here, I'm going to take my finger off the trigger. When I pull the guard back here, now this to the tip of the blade to this metal piece here, that's how deep we can make the cut with it set this way. If you look back at this little switch on the back here, you can flip the switch and bring that metal plate down like so. And that way you can determine how deep you want your cut to go. So if you're cutting something thin, you're going to want to set it super thin, tighten it down. You don't want all that extra blade turning underneath and splintering the wood. It's always best when cutting with a circular saw to let whatever you're cutting fall. If somebody else is grabbing the other end of that board, they could get cut, or the board could bind up and break and kick back on you. Always let it fall. You can always get a perfectly straight cross cut if you use a square. Use the side of the saw and run it along the square. Perfectly straight every time. This switch on the front, you can adjust the angle. Say I want to cut a corner. I'm going to move it to 45 degrees. Tighten it down. I'm going to use my square as a guide and make my 45 cut. It's going to be a perfect corner every time. The only other button left on the saw is this guy right here. That's the blade stop for changing the blade. You're going to pull back the cover. Press down your little blade stop here. Now I like to hold this up like so. Move the blade until it locks into place. Now with the blade locked in place, you can loosen the blade nut with your Allen. Now every one I've ever had has been reverse thread. So we're going to turn to the right to loosen. The nut comes out. There's a ring that goes on top, and you can change the blade. New blade goes on. Don't forget your little secure ring, and tighten down the screw. So that's it. Just a few tips on saws. Now when people are talking about saws in the room, you can make the cut. So for the Home Mender, I'm Dustin. I hope you learned something today, and if you did, don't forget to click subscribe. Thanks for watching.